Good morning, or maybe it's good afternoon where you are, or it could be evening when you're watching this. Well, no matter what time it is, I hope it's a very good one. Welcome. Welcome to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. I'm Marva, and I welcome you on this brisk, cool Friday morning. How are you doing today? It's about 60 degrees here right now, 62, I think. And so I'm going to be doing some quick gardening today. We have been having cool snaps. Well, cold snaps. Today is one of the coolest, one of the warmest, I should say, of the last 3 days. So welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And go ahead and give a thumbs up. If you like what you see, give a thumbs up and then subscribe as well and share the channel. Thank you, and I hope you're having a pleasant day so far. Well, this plant that you're looking at right here is called the Mother Thousand. Now, when I planted it earlier, a month ago, didn't have enough soil to fill up the rest of the pots. And with this plant, you don't have to plant another one. The seeds just simply fall off from around the plant here. And there are some just growing, and they will grow whether you have soil in there or not. For example, see, you can see this. Look at this pot right here. There is some growing in there, even though there's no soil. So I'm just going to fill it up with soil and let it do its thing. So that's what I'm going to start this morning. And as I look around the garden, it seems like there are things to be harvested. And I may also use the weed whacker. Check out the skies. Call that sky blue. Beautiful. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your time, for your thumbs up. Oh yeah, you forgot your thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. Yeah. So let me pan the garden for you to see. Hello. Ha ha ha. Good morning, or maybe it's good afternoon where you are. Thank you for stopping by. How are you doing? And tell me from where you're watching. And then I'll pan so you can see the beds. The beds of vegetables and pineapples. And we protect the beds from pests by putting nets over some of them. Thank you so much for coming and welcome. Like I was saying earlier, this plant that you're looking at right here is called the Mother Thousand. And I can see why they call it Mother Thousand, because once you plant it, you will get a lot more of the same plant without planting anything. See the seeds right here? They just fall. And wherever they fall, they grow, even if there's no soil there. Somebody gave me that plant a month ago. So when I planted it, I didn't have enough soil to put in these pots. So now what I'm going to do is fill up these pots with soil. Yeah. The person who gave me the plant also gave me the pots. And it's a good thing because these are just going to fall over. And once they fall over, more plants will come up. So that's what's going to happen here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your thumbs up too. That one person who did. Thank you so much. So the first thing I'm going to do now is to just fill up the pots with this potting soil. Let's see how quickly we will have some new growth. This is potting soil. Potting soil for potted plants. Thank you for coming, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your time, your thumbs up, and for subscribing. How are you doing today? How are you doing? How are you feeling? It's Friday here. Looking forward to the weekend. How about you? Hello, Miss Amy. Okay, thank you, Miss Amy. Miss Amy Love. Welcome to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden, Miss Amy Love. Encourage everyone to plant their own food so they won't have to go buy it. Plant as much as you can. You know, you can't plant everything, but plant what you eat. Some of you the weather is changing, and so you may not be able to do that on the outside. But if you have containers and you have a patio, plant something. The reward is in the reaping, the harvesting. That's where the reward comes. And once you start with one thing, you see how well it's going. You can't just stop there. You got to keep going. And before you know it, you have a garden. This plant is called Mother Thousand. And I know why they call it that name. You can get thousands or more plants from just one, because the seeds are right here. And once they fall, as soon as they fall, give it a few days and you see it starts springing up. It starts growing. It will even grow on concrete. I've seen the person who gave it to me, seen what it does where she lives. Just falls off and start growing. So there was no soil here, and I noticed that they were growing in the empty pot. So I'm gonna give them a place to grow. I didn't have enough soil when I planted it a month ago. It has doubled in size since I planted it. So I'm just filling up the pots. That's all I'm doing. So that the seeds have a place to go once they fall off. Yep. I'm getting ready to start a flower bed. So this will be the first one. Mother Thousand is called. All right, so that's the first task today. Good morning, Liana. Hi. From where are you watching? Welcome to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. I thank you so much for stopping by. So I'm just filling up those pots to accommodate the seeds that's fallen off of this plant called the Mother Thousand. Means you can get a whole lot of plants from just this, because the seeds are on the outside of the flower of the plant, of the leaf. And so when they fall off, they just grow wherever they fall. So I didn't have enough soil to put in the rest of the pots. And now that I have the soil, the seeds can fall and grow. They were already growing in the bottom of the empty pots. But so I had to give them something to grow in. So welcome. And I have some harvesting to do today, as well as I'm going to be putting down some natural fertilizer in the beds. Yeah. But I also need to use this weed whacker. We have overgrown plants in certain places. So I'm going to start over here underneath the guava tree. Because when you leave the overgrown grass, then the pests come. The pests come and take over. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for stopping by. And welcome. Oh, I see a fruit. Looking good. The fruit fell. Well, the critters are getting this one. Check it out. It fell overnight. And once they fall, there's no coming back for it. The critters get it. See? So we'll just leave it under there. Become compost. Let me see if there's any more. Not seeing any right now. But let's cut this grass. Get rid of the extra grass. Yeah, looks better. Welcome everyone. Thank you for coming. Well, looks like I ran out of thread. All right, we'll move on to something else. So I'm going to be putting on the natural pesticide that I've been using, and it's cloves. That's the spice that you use in your kitchen. So I just spread it in the garden, and so far I've not seen any white flies, especially in the sweet potato bed. This is where you would often see white flies. So like when you ruffle the bed. Good morning, AG born Jamaican. Thank you for coming. I'm assuming that you are on the road. If you are, I pray that you have a blessed journey. So usually when I do this, you would see white flies. Since since I've been using the cloves, I've not seen any white flies. So I've decided I'm going to apply it every 3 weeks. So I just simply spread it in the garden, throw it in the garden. Like so. Oh, let me show you what it looks like for those who don't know what it's like. Here it is. Great to use in your menu. It has a very aromatic flavor. The smell is really nice. So I just simply do this, spread it in there, and this season is the first time I'm using it, and I've seen the difference. So I'm just going to assume that's what is working. No white flies in the garden. So if you have a garden, I suggest you try it. Try it and see if it works for you. If you are growing an organic garden, you are going to have pests. The trick is trying to figure out what you will use to eliminate most of them. So that's what I do for that. I'm going to put some in these beds over here too. This is my callaloo bed, and callaloo is often infested with worms, and the worms started early this year. So I covered up a part of it just to see if it make any difference, and I see so far don't see the wormy stuff. I'm gonna put some of this in here too. Don't know if this would work for the worms, but you'll never know until you try. You have to try something. Welcome, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for stopping by. We had a cold snap. It started around Monday. Today's Friday. It was cold. It was 45 degrees, but felt like 34. Because it was very breezy. Today, right now, it's about 62 degrees. A warm 62 degrees. There were some plants that I had to take inside. And I think after today I can bring them back out. How is it where you are? Thank you for your time. All right, this bed is where we have our collard greens, celery, and lettuce. I'm gonna put some of that cloves in here too. But in the meantime, let me trim the leaves that got damaged. Maybe it's during the cold weather. It could be not enough water in either, because we haven't had any rains in a while. Thank you for coming, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to trim the dead leaves from the collard greens and check to see if there's any pests on them. Don't see any. This is a good thing. And while I'm in here, I think I need to also do some weeding. You hear the birds? Birds are happy. Happy Friday, happy Friday. Beautiful, beautiful morning. All right. I see these papaya seedlings just keep showing up over here. But of course, we can't have a tree growing in here. And we have a whole lot of papaya seedlings already. So I need to pull them up. Pull them up from the roots. Or you're going to be coming back to pull up the same one. Good morning or good afternoon. Depending on where you're watching from, it could be good afternoon. I hope it's a good one. This side looks good. Thank you for stopping by, ladies and gentlemen. Please respond to the poll question. If the leaves do not have any pests or disease, you can just simply drop them back into your garden bed. right, let's move up a little further. Oh, I need to remember to let me put the insect repellent in there right now to keep it in, insect free. And if you're just coming in, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is what I'm using for the insect repellent. Cloves, which is a spice that you use in your garden. Just simply sprinkle it in your bed and it should keep the pests away. So far, I've not seen any white flies or aphids. And I've been using it ever since we started this season. So I've decided to place it in the bed every 3 weeks. Yeah, so this is the third 3 weeks now. And while I'm doing that, I see the need um, to weed, which is what I've done over there. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. I have some more collard greens and celery and lettuce. So I'm going to get these weeds out. And I think I need to also do some harvesting right here. Thank you again for coming. I appreciate it. So we have some papaya seedling that's just growing all over in this bed. Don't know how they all got in here. But every time I come to weed, they're papaya. And I'm going to trim the bad leaves from the collard greens while also weeding. See, more papaya seedlings. Even a mango is trying to grow. No, this is an ackee plant. Here's the seed. One thing about gardening, you need to always inspect your plants. Looking for things that do not belong there. Especially in an organic garden. Let me go to the other side. Okay, this one looks good. Keeping this bed pest free with the netting. Oh, I need to weed over here too. Mr. Callaloo or amaranth and a tomato. And this tomato plant is blossoming a lot. Oh, I even see tomatoes on it. Are tomatoes right here? Oh, this is a different variety than those over there. These are cherry tomatoes. They are the tiny ones. Let me show you what they look like. We'll be able to see them. They are under these leaves. Now it's hard to see. I guess when they turn right, when they get red, you'll see them. And that will be very soon. So let me just weed out here. Thank you for coming, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, need to trim too. Little weeds become big weeds. So get them out when you can. I need to trim here. I'm gonna do that. It's a beautiful morning. Nice cool, but not uncomfortable. It feels like it's about maybe 65 degrees. All right. See some of these callaloo here, like worms trying to get to them. So I'm just gonna trim it off, get them out of the garden. You know, you can try your best to get rid of the pests, but you won't get rid of all of it. So that's why you have to just do the best you can. Here, over here is our okra. Ah, I don't like what I'm seeing on the leaves. This just started happening during the cold weather here. Look at that. Let me see under here if it's white flies or aphids. It doesn't appear that way. It could be the cold weather. Well, I'm just going to trim that off. Yeah. So that's what it does to these. Okay, so I have quite a few that I need to trim off. Oh, let me get my container because I'm going to put them in the mulch bed. See, that's why you have to inspect your plants. You never know what you're going to find. So let's help these plants to thrive. I think it's the cold weather here that caused all of this. Looks like they were about to get burnt. That's what it looks like to me. Here's what it looks like up close. And I'm looking at the back. It's not pests. It's just parts of the leaves were like kind of burning off. Mm. No pests back here. It's amazing, I tell you. Yeah. Tropical plants and cold weather, they don't agree. And and here's another way to know also that it's the cold weather because the plant started curling up. And this is what happens to the papaya plants also when the weather is too cold. They just curl up and then they die. Here's one that started to die already. Then it gets yellow. So it curls up, gets yellow, and then they're gone. JB, good morning or good afternoon. Not sure what time it is where you are, but welcome. Thank you for stopping by. It is important to monitor your plants so that you know when something is affecting them. give them a fighting chance. These okra plants are resistant to heat, but I'm not sure about them being a resistance to cold. Okay, it looks better now. What do you think? This one is curled up. Gonna have to keep an eye on this okra plants every day. Check them every day. Yeah, it looks much better. Oh, these need help right here. Even the blossoms are looking bad. Oops, see that one just fell off. Oh, we got one okra here. A small one. There it is. All right. Now let's go up here to this bed right here. All right. This is our string beans bed. And the string beans this year is overtaken by something. Thinking it's worms. And it's blossoming though. It's getting ready to bear. Here's some right here. Here's some blossoms right here. There's quite a few blossoms on it. So I know that in a week we'll be seeing some string beans. Hopefully whatever is affecting the leaves. Well, I sprayed it with some neem oil. So I hope that stops it in its track. Yeah. Okay, let's go look at the Swiss chard. Sorry about that. Right here we have a Swiss chard. Wow. I think covering it up was a good idea. It's looking good. Some needs to be harvested too. Yeah. But let me get rid of some of these weeds from out of it. This is a tomato plant. Planted itself in here. Next time, hopefully maybe Sunday, I'm going to transplant this in the tomato bed over there. You see how the weeds come up and they try to look like the plant itself? That's how they camouflage. These weeds make you want to think it's part of the tomato plant. So you gotta check them out, get rid of them. They would. I did a live this week where I talk about the reasons, or the live is called Why Weeding is Necessary. There are several reasons, so go check out that video to see why weeding is necessary. This is a callaloo plant. Don't want it in here because the worms will come from here to them and then mess up the rest of the plants. And I think they started already, because this looked like something eating it. All right, let's cover this back up. Oh, I need to put some, insect repellent in there. And the insect repellent that I'm using are cloves. Let me show you what they are. Cloves are spices that you use to spice up your food. It's not hot, not that kind of spice. It's aromatic, and you put it in almost anything. It is. So I simply sprinkle it in the garden to keep out the pests. I need to throw some over here too in the string beans bed. Thank you for coming, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. It's a pleasant good morning here, 8:45 a.m. on a Friday morning. So I'm sprinkling the cloves in here to alleviate or even eliminate pests. So it's for pest control, like whitefly and aphids. I see some weeding that needs to be done over there too. Blue jays calling. Oh, so sorry about that. The wind blew you down. Hope it didn't hurt your head. Yeah, it's a bit windy right here. All right, let me make sure you are stable this time. Excuse me. Thank you for coming. We're here at the string beans and the Swiss chard beds, applying the natural pest control and, oh, guys, here's a pest right here. Look at this. Here's a pest right here. And there's a bug. So I'm going to get rid of it because I don't want it in the garden. No, no, no. Oh, and you know what it is? It looks like a wasp. Oh, man, it got away. Wow. Yeah, it got away. Well, it's a wasp. It won't bother the plants. It was just looking for a place to rest. So let me cover this up. So I'm pushing this down in the ground so that it doesn't come apart when the wind blows. So this is one way to combat pests. This is one way of controlling the pests. Yes, folks. Oh, you are in luck today, guys. The parrots are here. Watch. Nutty, welcome. The parrots have arrived. And look, some of them are up there on the lines. There's one. There's two over there. There are two at the bird feeders. And these are the older ones. A couple of days ago, the young ones came. So let me set you right here so you can enjoy the view. Hold on, I'm gonna set you up so you can see them better. Excuse me, sorry about that. Because they're not gonna be here for long. They usually just come for a little while and then go on their way. Hold on. I need to get you settled. They're right in the plants, same colors. So there's three of them up there now at the feeders. Here comes another one. Oh, they're coming down at the feeders. Ah, I love it when they come. I just love to watch the birds. So four of them. There's four at the feeders. There are two above. That's six. And now here comes the blue jays. Wow. The blue jays are right up there. Yeah, there. That's the blue jays right there. But we're going to focus on the parrots this morning. At least they're not so noisy today. They're usually noisy, but I guess since these are eating, they're not making any noise right now. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. Welcome to the parrots that came by to visit. Call them the visiting parrots. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 at the feeder. Here comes another one. That's 5 up there. And some are on the line watching above, along with 5 blue jays up there watching too. The blue jays usually don't come to the feeder when the parrots are here. Oh, one of them brave. Oh, she's gone. One of them was trying to be brave enough to come by at the same time. If you guys if you like what you see, please give a thumbs up. Give a thumbs up if you like what you see. Yeah, do you like what you see? Give a thumbs up and subscribe too. Something is always happening in the garden. See, now that they're here, later on I'm going to have to fill up these feeders again for the other birds, because they only come by once a day. Maybe on their way back. Yeah, they will stop by, and then coming back, they stop again. But not for long, because they know when they're supposed to go back to their home. Well, the blue jays have decided to just eat the seeds that are below. They're down on the ground. It's a beautiful sight. Seeing those birds? Wow. Let me put it up a little bit more so you can see even better. There you go. Here they come. Blue Jay says, listen, man, I'm ready. I'm ready to eat. Blue Jays are deciding to brave it and come down same times when the parrots are there. But yeah, they decided not to. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, welcome, Alan Noffer. Where are they? Oh, this is in the United States. They just come by to visit every now and then. Welcome to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your thumbs up. And look at this beautiful one just came by. Yeah, welcome. This often happens in the garden. Something interesting is always happening. So if you like what you see, give a thumbs up and subscribe. And maybe share as well. From where you watching, Alan? We have not just parrots that come by, we have a lot of blue jays, and they're hovering over right now. In the south of France. Oh, welcome. Bonjour. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah. So we have parrots, we have blue jays, we have uh, cardinals, we have the local birds called the grackles, blackbirds. I haven't seen them today. But every now and then, they come by and grace us with their presence. So guys, if you like what you see, how about giving a thumbs up? Overhead, the sounds you're hearing are those of the blue jays. Underneath their wings, they're so colorful. You get red and yellow. This is their first time being out in about 3 days. It's been very cold. We have had some cold spells that came through recently. And so it's warming up again. Obviously, there's an aviary around here somewhere where they get to go out sometime in the day and then they go back. One day we had as many as 12 that came by. If you like what you see, please give a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you for coming. Welcome. Welcome to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. And welcome to the viewing of the parrots and the blue jays. The parrots are overhead watching. No, not the parrots, I'm sorry. The blue jays are watching the parrots as they eat. Some of them are just hovering around. Yep. But we often enjoy them as they come into the garden. Just happened to be out in the garden this morning when these came by. They don't even care that I'm here watching them. Well, they're around people, obviously. Wherever they live, they are often around people, so. Oops, something spooked them. So this is where they went, up above looking. They come back though. They're coming one by one. There's another one watching. Well, a blue jay decided to join. Here it is on top there. It's gone. Oh, they're spooked again. They're up there on the. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Dan. Welcome. Welcome to the viewing of the parrots. Visiting parrots. Thank you for stopping by. And thank you for your thumbs up. We have quite a few parrots that came by this morning. So I'm enjoying their presence. We also have blue jays watching them. Dan is saying, friends, like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Every time they get spooked, they just, I think they're gone now. They were really, really spooked. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we enjoyed the view. It was very enjoyable to watch. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for your time. Yes, the Blue Jays are happy now. They get to move around and do what they want to do. So what I'm going to do now is to get that I'm going to get rid of all the weeding, all the stuff I took out of the garden. and put it into the mulch bed. But who knows? The birds may come back. I'm going to leave you right here. Lord the Master of the sea, heard my spirit cry. Well, got another okra. Here's another okra. Another okra right here. So two in total. In Romania is 16:18. That would be 4:18 p.m. Okay. 9 here. So you're 7 hours ahead. 10 degrees. Woo! No, can't do that. I can't do the 10 degrees at all. But I thank you so much for coming, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Dan. Thank you all. Those of you who have left a thumbs up, I appreciate it. And those of you who have subscribed, thank you so much. I hope that you'll have a very good weekend. Remember to take care of yourself so you can take care of others. Because self-care is health care. So have yourself a blessed weekend. And hopefully I'll see you possibly Sunday morning here. Yes. God's willing to see you on Sunday.